Friday afternoon, getting quite late now. People are starting to look quite jaded, actually. And that might be the bars, actually. But I'm joined by Diana Olifirova and Simona Susnea, who are both part of Illuminatrix Rising, which is a subset of Illuminatrix for up-and-coming creatives. Tell me, how did you form? Because it's been going nearly 3 years now. So you're
almost 3 years now, yeah. So it started as a discussion with Vanessa White and Catherine Goldschmidt, who started the main Illuminatrix group. I've been in touch with them, and they emailed me at some point saying, would you be interested in running an emerging arm? And they also approached Diana. So Diana and I went to an FTS together, we knew each other, and we were friends, so it was easy for us to create this together because, you know, having this background from school, it was just easy to get things started and communication was easier. So the idea started in January 2017 and we launched it in April 2017. And at the beginning we approached classmates of ours from an FTS that we knew, and some were actually quite experienced working previously, you know, as operators or DPs. So we thought, you know, this is a really good starting point. They're also, you know, they create really good work. They're good examples. They come from all over the world, but they actually work in the UK. So I feel like actually that's an interesting part of the collective, because not everybody is from England. So we have people from Colombia, from Norway, from Diana's from Ukraine. I'm Romanian, so there's quite a big mix. We have obviously people from the UK as well. So anyway, so the idea started as a group that can display their work online, but also as an offline community to support each other. As we've discussed, you know, the industry is really hard to approach and really hard to pierce through. So we thought, you know, maybe together we can learn better, we can be stronger, we can, you know, learn from each other and feedback on our work and get better at what we do. But also, you know, create a community where we can share contacts and, you know, be there for each other, operate for each other. So it's more like like a work network, but also community.
And we're in a climate now where a lot of conversations are starting. The Time's Up meeting, all those initiatives. The climate is changing. The culture may not be changing. It's going to take a little bit longer for that, unfortunately, because it has to build up momentum, doesn't it? But the conversations are going on. And I think we were saying just before we started rolling that there's a danger that you can go too far the other way. But what you're saying there sounds just pitched exactly right, because it's about nurturing talent. It's about creativity, isn't it?
That's true.
That's the core principle, isn't it?
That's true, and also, you know, I think regardless of your skill or talent, you also need an opportunity to express that, and you need good scripts, you need good directors, you need equipment. So we also receive, it's not just the support between ourselves, but we receive also support from rental houses that might, you know, they come in and say, you know, we know that you're shooting this short film right now, maybe it's a great story, but you don't have enough money to do it. We believe in you and we want to help you, and you know, that sort of thing can actually make a huge difference.
Yeah, we went to a couple of them just to visit, you know, and as a group, so it's nice.
So we have like regular open days with different rental houses, private screenings, events where we invite directors, producers, camera crew, and it's just an ongoing conversation. I feel like it's contact communication and, you know, approaching it with a good attitude, positive attitude, because everybody has a hard time, you know, starting as a cinematographer. I think, you know, regardless of your gender or background. So I feel like it's so much about, you know, being positive and creating really good work. And if people relate to it, then you have, you know, a better chance of doing the stuff that you like. So,
What kind of things are you both working in at the moment? I know I looked briefly across your website, so there's quite a few music promos and commercial work.
I've just done a commercial. I do a lot of commercials and narrative stuff like short films. Just finished my first feature, so I'm grading it at the moment.
Congratulations.
Very excited, so I'm open to anything. I did a documentary and music videos, so anything. I did a TV pilot for Channel 4 just in the end of the year, so hopefully that will get commissioned, because I really like the style that we did it with. You know, really good,
Amazing. Yeah, I also work across formats. So recently I worked a lot in documentary, and I did a feature last summer, which hopefully will be released very soon in the spring and online. And I have several feature documentaries lined up for this year, which is exciting. They're all in Europe, so it's subjects that are sort of close to what I like in terms of fashion and music and sports. I love sports films, so I feel really lucky to have that opportunity. And again, I work in commercials sometimes, music videos, short films very often, and
across the board. And how many members have you got in Illuminatrix Rising?
It's been changing recently. About 12, I think, something like that.
I think we were 12. We're 14 now with 2 new DPs that we got. So
yeah, we just got 2 new people last week. So yeah.
Do you find it's? I mean, what you say of support and encouragement? Do you find it can be a very lonely process of getting into this industry?
Yeah.
And it's about developing your own eye and your own style and technique. So inevitably, it's quite an insular process, isn't it?
That's true.
To then actually be able to communicate and build your knowledge, but also your set network of contacts.
Yeah, and also someone you can be honest with and just be like complain about something or whatever, like say
That's
something
true,
about someone, and they will help you to go through it and kind of talk about it, So I feel like it's good. I ask about the crew that you work with, or they work with, or do you know these people and how they work and stuff like that. And it's quite nice because it's like very open. Yeah,
that's true, and it's people that you trust and you feel like you can learn from as well. And sharing experiences actually make you, I don't know, maybe they give you a bit of tough skin. You get better at dealing with rejection sometimes, or maybe you've had like a hard day on set when things didn't go as planned. So I feel actually this part of the work that we do, the community, is really important for us. And communication will, like I said, will improve things over time. But I think it's exciting because so many people actually are talking about it now, and I think that's important. That's important, and I'm not sure how many people in the industry actually know about it now, know about us as a collective. But we're doing, we do a lot of effort to, put the word out about us. I'm going to be on Saturday with Imago talking about Illuminatrix. So I hope that there will be, new people approaching us to talk about their work and to, be part of the community and try to, help young talent. We're also really young and just starting out, but there's also younger people that approach us, people that want to work as camera trainees. They don't know where to start. Camera assistants that want to work with more females, they approach us very often. So it's a bigger conversation. It doesn't really stop with DPs, and I think that's important.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Oh, they're trying to transition from Fox Color to DP, for example. It's also quite difficult, I think.
That's true.
And in a way, it's more vibrant than the main Illuminatrix. Don't repeat that. Because you're incubating some of that talent, or helping to incubate that talent, isn't it? Where the real excitement is,
Yeah, people are really excited to get in. They're like, oh my god, it's great. Yeah.
That's true, and I think maybe we're busy, but at times maybe people are not as busy, so they have more time to have a conversation and meet more often for screenings and all sorts of events that we try to organize. And it's also a rotating roster, so there's not a permanent website with our names on it. We have an archive on Vimeo with our show reels. But just meeting new people all the time, I think it changes the collective because everybody brings a new energy all the time. So, and also it's interesting to see how really young talent actually, the style changes. There's like new trends, and that's a perspective that maybe otherwise you wouldn't see. I'm not sure.
So as cinematographers, when you come to a show like this, what do you make a beeline for first? Not the bar, obviously.
I think for me it's lights. I go around and see what new lighting there is. I love LED lights and I love practical lighting, so I try, if I'm in a location that has an atmosphere of its own, I try to keep that and bring in some elements that can help me create something better or elevated. So I'm always on hand for like new small things or things that can make my work a bit faster. Maybe stylized in some way. And lenses, of course. That's always fun. And I also love the fact that you come in and you bump into people that you haven't seen for a while, your crew.
Everybody. Just don't stop. If you need to get somewhere, you have to keep going. Go because it's impossible. For me, it's like Camera Marsh festival in Poland. So this is for me like another Camera Marsh because I meet everyone, and to be honest, I look at equipment but not much. I mainly talk to people and catching up with everyone. And I think and then seminars. If I can get into any, I love it. It's good. Yeah.
Have you seen any today? Actually?
No, not yet.
Not today. Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's a
tomorrow's
good
the
day.
day. Today is just to catch up, and then tomorrow is rest.
Well, thanks for talking to us. I'd really like to keep the conversation going, so we can follow how it develops and see all the different talent coming through. So we'll keep in touch and keep this going. But yeah, it's great to meet you both.
Thank you.
I'm going to be talking to Kate Reed tomorrow about Illuminatrix.
Yeah,
great.
As a whole.
Kate is amazing.
So, yeah, it's interesting to get a handle on.
Some people just transition from the
I was
Rising
going
to
to say,
the main one.
so so it's a natural process for them to transition to that. Yeah,
The more work you do, the more bigger the project gets.
That's true. We had three DPs that moved to last year to the main Illuminatrix group, so that's really good. It's a really good progression.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thanks for talking to us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
And hope you have fun tomorrow.